So let's see, we'll go back to, let's go to routes and users. Alright, so this is just a default file that they give us. We're requiring Express, and we're going to use a router, so with every function we create, we need to start it with a router, dot, and then whatever. In this case, we're using a GET request for the home page. Well, not for the home page, I'm sorry, for users. Alright, so if we go to just users here, we get respond with a resource, because that's what we're doing here. Alright, we're just sending that text. And this is actually fine for now, because this isn't going to be a page. We don't want this to do anything. We don't want to list users or anything like that. Alright, so we can ignore that for now. We need to create routes to our subpages like register and login. Alright, so let's just copy this. And we'll say router.get and then register. Now we have /register, but since we're in the users route, this is going to pertain to users/register. Alright, so just remember that. Whatever file we're in here, that's what's going to go right here. Okay, so what do we want to do with this? Now we're sending a GET request. Alright, so this is what's going to happen when they visit this page. If it was post, then this would have to do with if we submitted a form to this page. Alright, so let me just get this out of here. And all we want to do essentially is load the register page or render it. So we can say response render. Alright, and then inside here we want the name of the view file or the Jade file, which is going to be register. And then we want to pass along some variables, actually just one variable for now, and that's going to be title. Okay, remember the menu items are going to be highlighted depending on this variable. So let's set this to register. Alright, and then the menu will look at this, and if it is in fact register, it'll highlight that menu item. Alright, so it's as simple as that to just load a view or a page. So we'll save that, and we need to create that page. So under views, we want new document, and we're going to call this register.jade. And we'll open that up. Now I am going to be pasting quite a bit, but I'm also going to type some stuff out. Alright, now if we want this to take on the layout page or the layout view with all the our body and head tags, things like that, then we need to say extends layout, because layout.jade is the name of the main view or the main template. Alright, and then below it we want to specify block content, okay, because whatever we do here is going to show up in this position, this spot right here, block content. Alright, so basically we're going to have an h1 tag that'll say register, and then a paragraph, please register using the form below. Alright, and then we're going to have a form, and as far as attributes, we need a method, and that's going to be post. Okay, we want to post this information to the to wherever we're sending it, and wherever we're sending it goes into action. Alright, and action, we're going to be sending it to users/register. Alright, now this form is actually going to have a file upload field. Alright, we're going to use that Multer plugin or module that I told you about. But if you want to deal with files and you have an HTML form, you have to add the enctype attribute. So we want to say enctype. Whoop. So enctype is going to be equal to multipart slash form data. All right, and then we want just our standard Bootstrap form, but of course using Jade. So we want this in the form, so I'm going to indent, and we'll have our form group. Okay, and in the form group we'll have a label, and we'll have this called name, and then input, and we're going to give that a class of form control. And then we need a few attributes here. Okay, so we need the name field, which is going to equal name, the type of input, which is going to be a text field, and let's see, we'll give it a placeholder, and we'll just say enter name, and then that actually should be good for now. Okay, so that's a field. Now I'm just going to copy this here, and we're just going to add a few more. I think that should be good. So the next one is going to be email, an email address field. So we'll say the label is going to be email, the name is going to be email, and also the type will be email. And then the placeholder, we'll change that. Alright, next one is going to be a username field. Okay, all members need to create a username. Okay, next we'll have the password. So label will be password. Let's see, name. Type will also be password. Okay, next we have the confirm password field, so I'm going to actually just copy this. And I'm just going to change the label, and the name, I'm going to change that to password 2. And then for the placeholder, we'll just say confirm. Okay, and that's it for text fields. Now we just have the image, okay, the profile image. So we're going to change this to profile image. Whoops. And we're not going to actually have profiles for this project. We will at a later one, but I just wanted to demonstrate how you can upload images to a form. Alright, so input form control, and then the name, we'll say profile image. The type will be file, and we don't need a placeholder. Okay, so now we need the input button. Alright, so let's see, we want it to go right here, and we'll say input. It's going to have a class of BTN and also BTN default, which is just a format, a Bootstrap class. The name will be submit, and let's see, the type, also submit, and the value will be register. Okay, so that should do it. Let's save that. Hopefully it works, it shows up. So we want users/register. Oh, we need to restart the server, that's right. Okay, and there we go, there's our form. It's not going to do anything yet because we haven't wrote that functionality, but it is displaying the form, and you can see that register is now highlighted. Alright, so back to the members. This area isn't going to change much for the rest of the project. It's just a page that I want to limit access to people that are logged in. Alright, what we do want to do is send the members title so that the menu item is highlighted. So I want the index route file. So we want to go to routes and then index, and this takes care of rendering the index view. And you can see by default there's a title, but it's called Express. We want to change that to members and save. Title members. Now we should be able to go to index.jade. I'm sorry, not index.jade, layout.jade. And we're saying class, if it's equal to members, we probably just need to restart the server. Alright, so now you can see that the members tab is highlighted. If we go to register, it changes. Alright, so now let's do the login. Alright, so what we need to do is back in the user's route, so users.js, I'm going to copy this, and we're just going to change register to login. Alright, and then we need to create the login view file. Okay, and we'll open that up. And I'm basically going to copy register.jade for now. And we're going to change a few things. Change that to login. We'll just say please log in below. And we only need 2 fields. I'm going to get rid of all of these form groups except for 2. And this is going to be username. Actually, we don't even need a placeholder for these. Okay, and this one is going to be password. Change the type and the name to password. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the placeholder. Alright, and then the button here is good, except we want to change the value to login. Alright, so let's save that and restart the server. Okay, and then if we go to login, we get our login form, and you can see that the tab is highlighted as well. Alright, so those are the, actually, yeah, that's the rest of the views. Okay, so we have users and index, and for users we have a register and a login link. So in the next video we will get into the functionality, and we'll power this registration form so that we can actually add a user or register a user to our system.